My name is Torm, Nompraseurt. I'm organizer in Richmond, and also I live in Richmond for 34 years. Our community also live in Richmond, and also other community also live in Richmond. I'm talking about the injustice in Richmond. You heard that Hernandez talk about Chevron make $1 billion a quarter profit. You heard about Craig talking about the emission, the gas emission and the pollution can be increased. What I'm talking about is the last 100 years. We've been breeding and been killing by pollution already. And if this is the case, we in the worst, 2-3 times worse than what we are right now. Here's the real problem. One of our Laotian organizing project member who live in Richmond, 3 generations have asthma in the household right now. The grandfather who's 75, 80, almost 80 years old, have asthma, and the son who's 24 years old have asthma and miss a lot of work because of his asthma. And the granddaughter who's 5 years old also develop asthma, have asthma. Look at the 5 years old. If Chevron were allowed to refine the heavy crude oil right now, as they're proposed in their project, which they not admit in public, and what Craig said that if they said they are not going to refine heavy and crude oil in Richmond, let's come up to the public, admit to the public, put in writing, and it's enforceable, and that it will assure that we would not be breeding worse than what we do right now. What we breed right now is not healthy, no. It's not healthy. But what can I add to that? That's not acceptable. And that's injustice. We all have a right to breathe a clean air, live a decent life, have a basic life, which is a healthy life, and which we are not. And Chevron really need to take the public and the community health seriously, because we are not going to back down. We are not going to go anywhere. We live in Richmond, we will live there, and that's our city, that's our place. And Chevron need to work with the community to reduce the pollution, and to work with the community that it could protect our health. And we're talking about life and death here in terms of matter of health. And so we are asked all the people around the world, around the country, around the Bay Area to support Richmond, because as Craig was said earlier, that this is not only just affect Richmond, but we are the fan line, we are the most burdened. And a lot of our children and in the health system that the Richmond resident already have experienced more asthma than anyone else who live in the county. Probably the mayor can talk about more on those. But what I want to talk about is the injustice that the people have a right to live where we live right now. And we don't have to breathe more dirty oil than Chevron already let us breathe for 100 years. And we need Chevron to make that commitment. And so the people can go back to work tomorrow, even yesterday, if they do that. What we ask Chevron to do is not Chevron cannot do. If Chevron choose to do or not to do, that's only the question. Thank you.